Bubba built it.
Hey everybody.
Howdy.
Wow, we've got a lot to do in a
Whoa.
short amount of time to do it. I mean, it's a lot going on. We're working on the Bronco and it's all hands
Turn this
on
way.
deck. Yeah, there we go. All hands on deck. As you can see, it's up on the lift.
No wheels and tires.
No wheels and tires. Working on mud flaps and side pipes right now. Oh,
And more. We had a punch list. Been checking them off, but
yeah,
there's a lot.
There's a lot to do.
And we have less than a week to get it done. So, and it's not Ford Fest is next weekend, but that means it was a day ago, a week from now. So we're going to leave on
Thursday afternoon, God willing. Yep. And then we're gonna drive it. How many miles is it?
We're going to drive it. Let's talk about that.
Talk about that. Driving it. We do not have any shakedown miles at all on this build, and so who knows? We might end up on the side of the road. And we've kind of done this before with our Project Hercules. The 50 was it 53? I can never remember what year
54.
that. 54. It's like a 1 year only Dodge COE. We put it on a P30. Well, it was already on a P30 chassis, but anyway. That's a whole nother story.
That was an adventure.
Yeah.
We don't want to repeat of that.
No, we were on the side of the road for like 7 hours.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we could end up in a similar situation with the Bronco. So I'll take a second and introduce what we're going to be showing you in today's video. Obviously, this has been done over several days, but we'll kind of catch you up to speed on what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's how Project Bronco stands at the moment. As you can see, we're
in the air.
No wheels and tires.
No wheels and tires.
Already discussed that. Last week, or earlier this week, I should say, actually, Michael fabricated this bracket to put the fog lights on.
And yeah, look, I'm not gonna. This is not some master fabrication job. It's a piece of angle iron that I shaped and drilled and tapped, but it's strong and it's simple, and that's really the best. Oh, so we've always got the peanut gallery behind us over there. Anyway, this thing is strong and it's simple, and that really foots the bill, right? You could you couldn't tow with this thing, but you could definitely stand on it, and it's not going anywhere.
I don't know. You might actually be able to tow with it.
You might be able to. But why would you when you have these giant hooks right here?
That's right. It's just right there. But anyway, that worked out really well.
But look, the Bronco is going to be a sort of a rally twist on a Bronco, which we haven't seen done before. And so one of the things that definitely needed is some big vintage driving lights. And as anybody knows, a rally car has those kinds of things. And we had these vintage KCs from Project Hot Wheels Bronco years ago, and we didn't end up using them because we went with Hella's on that. And Hella, we had a whole system with Hella on the driving lights and the roof lights. And anyway, these were left over, and we thought this would be the perfect thing to have to give that vintage feel for a rally Bronco. And now, as you see, we only have 2 KC covers. We actually have 3. The third one's over there. And we thought, well, let's just buy one more of these because, heck, it's an old wore-out vintage, so it shouldn't be a big deal. I got on eBay, and I'm scrolling.
And there they are.
Yeah, there they are. Well, we found some. They want like $250 for a pair of these. And I'm like, oh my goodness, we're sitting on gold nuggets here. We didn't realize. So we did buy some new ones on Amazon, and whether or not yellow, I really wanted this yellow.
Not the yellow,
I really
with
wanted
the black.
this old school because this is legit old stuff here.
Yeah.
But we had to go with black ones with yellow because they don't make these anymore. So that's why they're $250. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to sell these for $200. Anybody want them? So anyway, we had to make a little change there. The black covers with the yellow KCs will be kind of cool, but not as cool as this would have been. But anyway, this sort of gets us one step towards that rally Bronco feel. Speaking of that, what Lee was working on yesterday.
Yeah. So, and we'll show you what we're doing back here over the course of several days. But we're making some mud flaps, and you'll see in the video what this material is. But any rally vehicles, they've got mud flaps on them.
Yeah, look, it's something that you don't see a lot these days, but I think it should make a comeback. First of all, they're practical. Second of all, they're cool, and well, I just said they're practical and cool. What else?
Practical. I mean, what else do you need, really?
There's nothing
all
else you need, right?
One of the things that we are going to do is we are going to, because hey, we're rubber company, and we can make all sorts of things. We're going to actually customize ours down here at the bottom. We
Yeah,
haven't
we'll put some
decided
graphics.
exactly what that's going to be. It might just be a simple TredWear down here at the bottom, or it might be Bronco. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're working on that, and then Michael has been just
Diligently
plugging away here at the exhaust, and you'll see what we're doing here. We'll show you all of that, cutting that in.
So yeah, so where the exhaust dumps out underneath the truck, the frame is right in the way, and it is a very beefy hydroformed, as we've talked about before. It's like 10-inch tall frame rails. They're awesome, but they're right in the way.
Yeah.
So that gave us plenty of real estate to plasma cut a hole here. You'll see some video of us plasma in that hole out. We took a piece of pipe and we split it and we spread it and put it in there as a socket and welded it in. It's going to be stronger than it was originally, but we now got a nice pathway for the exhaust to come straight out, pop out right here. As you can see, you can video right there through the hole that's left in the frame. Go a little higher, back up so you can see, they can see the frame. Yeah, look at that. It's going to pop out right there. We're going to notch that area of the body that sticks down. It was part of the old rocker, and the side pipes are going to go right there. And speaking of side pipes, let's take them outside. So we have developed and we've used it now 3 different times, and this project has kind of taken on it's kind of a
Ooh, that's a cool shot.
Yeah, it's kind of a whole thing, right? So heat shields are really cool, and we've had some old side pipes. I've got a set on an old van that we put together, and the old chrome is not very good, and it rusts very quickly, and it's steel. And
It's very thin.
first of all, steel is not a great heat shield.
No.
And then again, these chrome ones rust, so we're like, let's make our own heat shields. And so what we did was we've kind of developed this, and I'm kind of proud of how it works. We do have a water jet, but if you don't have a water jet, look, guys, I mean, we're talking a CNC plasma, or a friend with a water jet, or a friendly local business, because generally every large area you're going to have somebody. You can take this kind of a design and cut your own heat shield. And we also don't have a 4-foot brake. We have a 3-foot brake. And so if you're going to do good, cool heat shields, you need to have, they're generally going to be bigger than 3 foot for sure. This one here is 44 inches long. What we did, we designed this thing, and we used it on horse force as well, so that the louver cutouts also become the bending point. So you just hand bend them, and you'll see the video of us taking them off the water jet and then bending them. But look, what a cool piece this is. And then of course you put the name in there, and it's something that you can do on your own project. And again, you don't have to have a water jet or a CNC plasma. You just have to pay someone that can do this, and it's not going to be stupid expensive. These cut out in, what did it take? It take this machine 15 minutes to do this?
Ish.
Okay. And then we have this really cool feature that's very functional once again, but gives you that look. And I guess we'll just hold it up there and we can get an idea.
Yeah.
Now, last time we did side pipes, we actually fabricated. Now, let's just walk around this side. Last time we did side pipes, we fabricated the tips, because I like a really cool tip. One of the things, though, about, first of all, it takes a long time to fabricate a set of tips, and the durability. Okay, there they are. Look at that. That's how it's going to look. When we made our tips for the horse force, I really had these in mind, and we have found a set of these vintage Thrush. And if some of you guys remember these when they were sold in the 70s, and we're going to clean this up a little, but we still love the vintage feel of this. But this is a cast aluminum, beautiful piece of automotive nostalgia, and so that is our side pipe right there, with the heat shield and the vintage Thrush tips, and just straight pipe right out the side. And it is just going to be the perfect finishing touch for this truck. And that's what I'm working on this morning, is going ahead and plumbing all this.
Yeah, and see, it covers up all of this left over from the Navigator.
Okay, look, we could have just cut this off.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about modern cars. They generally have a really overly beefy rocker setup. And so we really don't need this, but we left it in on purpose so that we have just a really easy mounting point for the side pipes, because any structure that you have for side pipes is going to be helpful. So we could have just cut that off and it would have been fine. But here we go. That's how it's going to mount, and hopefully you'll have some video of that by the end of the day. So
yeah, It would have been fine, but you know, still the frame comes on down, the way this build came together, and it makes perfect sense. And also it's period correct for
Yeah.
the for this project.
Yep.
So it's awesome. And of course, we've shown you before, but we'll show you again. Here's the horse force, and these are the side pipes on it, and fabricated those tips in house,
Mm-hmm.
and they turned out great. But I think the thrush is just going to be, you know, an extra cool factor, an extra
Yeah,
punch
well, we
there.
wanted this ridiculous trapezoidal bombastic look on these tips. This one's going to be a little more of a serious race truck kind
Yeah,
of thing,
right.
whereas this is more of a sci-fi fantasy type of thing. So
Exactly.
anyway, it's really going to fit perfect. But as you can see, up in the air, no wheels and tires. And let's talk about wheels and tires.
Oh
So
yeah.
so it, I think because of the look of this truck, we've considered the idea of just painting these wheels white. These were just some mock-up tires that our next door friends graciously loaned us. And that got us the size we wanted, and we literally built the flares and everything around this tire. And it is it's a 305 55, I think. 305 55. I never can't. There it is.
We always look at so many tires.
305 55 20. And so we got with our friends at General Tire and got a brand new set of ATX 305 55s General Grabbers, and these are going to go on today, and it's going to be the perfect icing on the cake for this. But I think, like I say, we're going to paint these wheels white, age them a little bit so they don't look so brand new, and put these General ATXs on there.
Yeah, man, look at those things. That's awesome.
So the question is, are we going to be done? Oh wait, so are we going to talk about the side pipes? How we're going to do that? Are we going to wait? I guess we might as well, right?
Might as well. Yeah. So we
Okay.
always go and get this this kit off of eBay. It's the same kit every time. This time we chose the stainless steel because
we got so the mild steel does have a tendency to rust, and it's exhaust. It gets hot. You try to paint it, and the paint burns off. So we thought, you know what? On this one, let's just go ahead. It was $50 more to get the stainless tubing, and we can weld mild steel wire to stainless. The weld will splash rust, but the stainless tubing will not. And so anyway, this same kit is anywhere between $200 and $250, and you got everything you need. You got your two long straight pipes that ends up being the base. You got plenty of extra bends, and so this is literally what we bought and fabricated the entire exhaust for Horse Force. This is going to work for this, and if you want to fabricate your own side pipes, this is how you can do it, and it's very easy. And if you want it to be quieter than the way these were going to be straight pipes, then all you got to do is just engineer some little muffler inserts, and all that would be like it's like a washer with a hole in a tube,
holes in it. Yeah,
a reverse pointed tube, but we're not. We're going to leave it loud. So
yeah, and that's something we can always throw in
later.
And of course, one thing, it's not a 100% complete kit. There might be some things that you need, some little makeup pieces here.
The only thing really would be adapting to your pipes, depending on what pipe diameter that is coming right off the engine, and then maybe just weld it on some little tab brackets and things like that.
Right. So nothing major. You've got just about everything you need again with this kit, and it, like I said, we've used it several times. It's working out great. I think you're going to see this in some of the footage that I've shown you, but the we took off one set of cats. There was two cats, and
I don't know. I'm not sure we should.
Oh,
the government.
Well, this is a '79 Bronco.
Well,
it's a '79 Bronco.
The big brother is always looking down on us.
Anyway, so there's the cats. There
we have cats on it. That's what we say.
There are catalytic converters right here, and
factory catalytic converters.
There they are.
I don't know what we removed. We removed these other things that had some tubes on them. I don't know.
Yeah, there was lots of other stuff in here that we didn't really need. And there's the O2 sensors, of course. So it's going to run the way it's supposed to. No check engine lights there, at least on that point. And then
elbow right out.
Elbow right out.
You grab that. You can set that up in there. Yep. You want me to do it?
No, I got it.
I got the end of it.
There we go.
That's how she's going to go right there.
Installed.
Another thing we can talk about, because this one definitely, and as all our builds, we want to have a really strong vintage feel. And the 20s do detract slightly from the vintage feel. If you remember on Horse Force, we've got those 15 by 10s, and they're perfect vintage gold, right? But we really had to do quite a bit to get those to fit on there. Modern brakes generally are not 15-inch wheels are not going to fit, and this for sure they aren't. I mean, if you look at this sucker, this is
Look
a
at that. It's
massive,
monstrous.
and that's the rear. The fronts are similar. So we just had to go with a 20. I mean, we could have squeezed a 17 on here, but at that point, the tire choices are so much better with 20s.
Yeah.
So you know, we did have people say, "Hey, you should put some vintage slots on it," and that would have been cool.
We
And I
would
love
love
the old
that.
vintage Ansons on the old race Broncos and stuff that literally that James Garner and
Yeah.
Scooter Patrick drove in the Baja. But this is going to have the bigger wheel and tire, the modern, and the chassis is designed for this and everything. So that's why we made that choice. But we do realize that that is slight departure from the vintage from the vintage feel. But speaking of vintage, we're going to do a whole video about the paint, but we really are happy with the way that this Spectrum stripe type paint went. And this is kind of cool with the hood up because you can kind of see how it goes straight across the hood. We're literally thinking that we can almost like have a pack of lifesavers here. It's just got really cool color palette of the yellow, well, the tan, literally transitioning all the way to burgundy. And then that follows through with what we saw already us do on the interior. So that kind of ties that in together. Um, but yeah, the look of this thing is going to be the icing on the cake. This is the graphics package that we put for it. And we're going to take that and you'll see that next week, Lord willing. But yeah, here she is, Project Bronco, reaching completion. And the question is, will we get it done?
Yeah. So we've got paint to finish up, and that's really just the graphics package.
Yeah, really. We'll do some touch up and some. Believe it or not, this looks silly to say, but we're probably going to polish this, and it's going to give it that flatten it and give it that old furniture. You know, this idea of the old piece of furniture that you love, and that'll be another cool thing that you'll see us do next week. We got to put the trim on the sides. We've got to wire up the tailgate. Although it works, the wire's hanging down there, so that it's not actually wire. We've only done jumper wires.
And we also have a problem with a short or something going on with our sending unit.
Yeah,
we've got to
wire
finish,
I missed.
obviously, putting the lenses in and putting the bulbs in, things like that.
Rear view mirrors, door panels. And then, you know, we're going to have a lot of things that after Ford Fest that we're going to continue to be working on to kind of make this thing an everyday car. We got a hitch on this thing. We're going to use, this is going to be our daily, along with Horse Force. We want it to be very functional. The air is already fixed and working, as we talked about a couple weeks ago. So yeah, this is going to be, so far, it's my favorite build that we've done so far, as how much fun we're going to have with it. I'm really excited about it.
Yep. All right. Oh, and one other thing. My grandson, Bryson, he's a big fan of our channel.
Shout out to Bryson.
Bryson, love you, buddy.
Hey, Bryson.
Thanks so much for watching. And hey, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, suggestions, let us know. And give us a like and subscribe. Thanks.
See ya.
I think actually what happened is I rested my elbow on the lift.
Yeah.
And that was like ground.
Oh, I thought you said you got shot.
I got shocked.
Oh.
It was when I rested my elbow on the lift.
Dude.
It was very uncomfortable.
Shocked.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, you grounded yourself to the lift.
Yeah, it hurt.
Well, it's DC. It's like that's probably like an electric fence.
Yeah, it didn't feel good.
Here, hold this metal rod. Here, let's hold this metal rod with your bare